Hey everyone, and welcome into Healthy Days. My name is Melissa, and this is a series that I'm doing where we are going over 10 minutes a day of how you are going to repair your gut lining, fix your gut health, and get the weight loss results you're looking for. So, the other day we talked about what gut health really is, and I just kind of explained to you that it's been a passion of mine for the past 5 or 6 years outside of the fad diets and all of that not working. I just really started to do a deep dive into what gut health is. And I'm just going to share with you 10 minutes a day. I found all of my old journals. So I've been having a blast going through all of those. And I just hope that as you listen to this in your car, listen to it while you're working out, while you're in the kitchen cooking, wherever. It's just a quick 10 minutes. And then I'm always going to give you an action step that you can apply to start to create those micro habits that I've talked about before that are so important. And it makes weight loss so much easier. So today is day 2, and we are going over how your gut health controls weight loss and why dieting alone isn't working. The truth is, you can't out diet a damaged gut. And once you understand why, weight loss is finally going to start to make sense. So I'm excited to dive into this with you. And I hope that you, just take mental note. And then at the end of the video, apply the action step to your day and start to habit stack all of these micro habits and go along this weight loss journey with me. So, if we are just meeting, my name is Melissa, and this channel is all about simple health habits that support gut health, metabolism, and sustainable weight loss without any of the extremes. But I kind of got long winded the other day, so I am going to keep this series all science based, all fact based, talking head. I've taken the notes, and I just want to deliver it to you so that you can start to apply it to your daily life. And I just want to make sure that I stay inside of that 10-minute window, because I know even giving 10 minutes to something can be difficult, but I hope that it inspires you to listen to the 10 minutes and then really prioritize your weight loss by doing so. But we're going to start with the big truth. Weight loss is not just about calories. It's about how your body processes those calories. And that is why, if you've ever felt like you're doing everything right, but the scale won't budge, um, it's because your gut actually is what's controlling your weight loss, and dieting actually makes weight loss harder because it's the wrong move. We are focusing too much on calorie restriction when we do that, and we really want to focus on what we are adding in to repair our gut health. So, if it's not about calories, when I was journaling, when I was talking, researching and learning about gut health, is your gut is actually what decides. It decides what gets absorbed of what you're eating. It decides what gets stored as fat. And it also decides what gets burned for energy. So that all makes sense if you think about what you're taking into your body, and then the um, the condition of your gut is going to decide, okay, I need to absorb this nutrient, I need to get rid of this nutrient, or I need to hang on to this and store it as fat, because our bodies, they want to feel safe and they want to feel secure, like we went over the other day. But when your gut is unhealthy, your body becomes inefficient, even if you're eating clean or eating less. This is why the extreme dieting works temporarily. And me and my husband were talking about this the other day. Um, the different plateaus. He was asking me about why certain people plateau at different weights. It has to do with genetics, absolutely, but it's also because of the way that you are aging and the way that your body is metabolizing food, and our muscle mass is contributing to that as well. So overall, you have different plateaus at different stages of life. You might notice, like in your 20s and 30s, what you can get away with. You're not getting away with that in your 40s and 50s, or maybe even just what you were getting away with in your 20s. And then we as women, a lot of times our bodies change a lot in our 30s, and we really start to see that weight creep on. But we can combat against it, and that's what this channel is for. So overall, just to condense that, when your gut is unhealthy, your body becomes inefficient, and the extreme dieting isn't going to work. It might work temporarily, is what we've talked about, but the weight always comes back, and your metabolism feels slower every single time, because again, our bodies are changing as we age, and Our metabolism doesn't understand what's going on when we do the extreme dieting because we're depriving our body. And so our metabolism is slowing down because it knows we can't burn up all of this energy. We need this energy. We need to store it as fat because we aren't getting as much. We need to keep this fat as reserves. So the extreme dieting, I just really want to encourage you to, move away from that. I also took note that a damaged gut sends the message we're under stress and it stores the energy, like we're saying. So don't let go of that. Don't let go of that fat. The other thing, how it controls the weight loss, is the gut bacteria influence fat storage. So inside your gut live these trillions of bacteria, and they are not passive. They are active all the time, constantly reproducing themselves. And you either have good gut bacteria, which I call good gut bugs, or you have horrible gut bacteria, which is just deteriorating your gut lining, because they're actively influencing your hunger hormones. So that's why you want to repair your gut, because you want to have those hunger hormones stabilized. They control how much energy you extract from your food. So you might feel like, I've eaten a bunch of food. Why am I so sluggish? This should give me energy. But if it's not the right foods and your gut isn't repaired, it is. It's going to be like after Thanksgiving dinner. You're just going to feel tired and sluggish. Um, these gut bacteria also decide whether calories get burned or stored, like we've talked about. The right calories give you the energy. The bad calories are going to get stored as the fat. When the gut bacteria are balanced, your body is going to burn fuel efficiently, your cravings stay manageable, and your fullness signals are working properly. So again, it's all encompassing. It's making weight loss so much easier because all of those hormones and all of that is stabilized, and your body isn't in a fight or flight mode. When the gut bacteria are imbalanced, your body stores more fat. That's so negative, especially around the belly as we age. And you'll hear people talk about it just seems impossible to lose that midsection. I know that's the hardest part for me, and I know that's where weight creeps on the most. But the good news is, when you go to work at your gut health, the midsection and the belly, it can be so encouraging because that's the first place you start to notice, because it's been inflamed and your gut has been out of whack. But when you get intentional like this and start to apply what I'm telling you to do, that's the first place that you notice goes down. And if you're somebody who struggled with your midsection, that can be so encouraging. It can be, just such a sign of relief, because you feel like you're doing all the right things. But if you aren't incorporating your gut health repair, maybe you aren't seeing that result, and you're going to when you start to do all of this. So I just really hope that's encouraging for you. It's not about a discipline issue, I made note of, because it is a biological signal problem. Again, this isn't something about willpower. This isn't something about restrictions or eating less. This is the functioning of your gut. So your gut bacteria can literally tell your body to hold on to the weight. So that's why I'm saying your gut is what is going to control your weight loss. The inflammation that's going on inside of our bodies, this slows down your metabolism. I think that's, pretty well known. But what most people miss is chronic gut inflammation slows your metabolism down that much more. And a lot of people don't even realize that they have this low grade chronic gut inflammation. So it's something to think about. Listen to my videos, start thinking about the different, signs of poor gut health. And it's very likely, statistically, almost to 100% into your 30s, that you do have low grade chronic inflammation. But again, with all of these steps, you can go to work at repairing that. When your gut lining is irritated, often from stress or the ultra processed foods or the constant restriction that you've been putting on it to try to lose weight, your body's going to stay in defense mode and you are not going to get those results. So I just really want us to change that mindset and stop thinking about restricting, but start thinking about what we can add in intentionally. What the inflammation in your body does is it disrupts thyroid function. It interferes with the fat burning hormones, and it actually increases insulin resistance, which we all know can be very dangerous as well. A body in inflammation says something isn't right. Conserve this energy. So that means fewer calories burned, even when you're sitting at rest, and slower weight loss. One way that I combat against this is the make the commitment to do the 10 minutes a day of arm resistance strength training. It seems so small, like such a small thing, but it really builds that muscle. No, you're not going to be a bodybuilder, but it is building that muscle and tightening. And it works, you've heard me say before, it works as a Spanx inside, and creating more muscle and having that muscle built up helps you to burn more calories at rest. And again, as we are aging, we need everything working for us, not against us. So into my 40s, I know I wish I would have started the strength training and the resistance training in my 30s. I didn't, but I'm telling you, it's never too late to start. I don't care how old you are, because you're going to, once you're consistent with it, you're going to see those results. Healing the gut reduces the inflammation, and your metabolism naturally becomes more responsive again. So, again, all of these things that we think, it's not, we haven't damaged everything for good. It's not like you can't turn this all around, but you have to be intentional, show up 10 minutes every single day, start to apply what I'm sharing with you, and you're going to see that turnaround. I also wanted to make note, as far as the weight loss being affected by gut health, is the blood sugar spikes start in your gut. So let's talk about blood sugar. Um, Blood sugar levels being stabilized is huge. When your gut is in balance, digestion becomes inconstant. Carbs hit your bloodstream way too fast, and the blood sugar spikes and crashes. And this is something that can really affect us and really start to mess with our metabolism and mess with our weight loss journey. We might be doing so good for 1, 2, 3 days, and then if we haven't been intentional about the blood sugar level stabilizing foods and repairing our gut health, day 4 we might grab that entire bag of chips and eat it, because we have that spike, and then we're undoing all of that work that we've done. So we want to repair our gut health so that that's all stabilized and we don't have to experience that. Those crashes lead to intense cravings, fatigue, mood swings, and overeating later, like we just talked about. I also made note, this is why you might feel hungry an hour after eating. So with the wrong foods, if you've noticed this, you've had something just, ultra processed, horrible for you, 1 to 2 hours later, you're starving again. And this is so working against you. You might even feel shaky or tired, and you're constantly reaching for sugar, because really all you're trying to do is just satisfy, that hunger hormone that is sending the wrong, ghrelin signal from your stomach to your leptin receiver in your brain, is saying, we're hungry, give us something immediately, instant gratification. So repairing your gut health is going to help you just, stabilize all of that. Healthy gut is going to help you to slow down digestion, stabilize your blood sugar levels, and your body uses the food as steady energy instead of emergency fuel. So, again, when we look at it from that scope or that lens, it all makes sense. But again, we have to slow down and take the time to prioritize this, do the meal prep, do the meal planning. So, hopefully, overall, that helps kind of just encompass and put into a nice little 10-minute package and bow for you to be able to meditate on, think about, because again, you always hear me talk about knowledge is power, but I always like to leave you with an action step. So today, to support your gut health, I wanted us to, we're going to make it simple, we're going to make it doable. We're just going to add protein to every meal today. Now, maybe you feel like, I've always eaten protein. That's no big deal. But if you look at your meals as a whole, I want protein to be the main component, the main substance of your meal. Make sure that you're getting more protein and less carbs or starches. Just make sure that that plate, balances out, that protein is the focus. So protein is going to help feed healthy gut bacteria, helps stabilize your blood sugar levels, reduces inflammation, and keeps you fuller for longer. So I think that seems like a simple action step that we can take away. The other day we were drinking more water, adding in water. Let me know in the comments down below if you succeeded at that, if you were mindful of that. And we're just going to keep going each day. It doesn't need to be complicated. Some proteins that I add in are eggs, chicken, fish, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, beans, lentils. If protein hasn't been your main core substance, those are some great examples for that. So with all that being said, guys, if this video helped you understand why weight loss has felt so hard and you took away a few nuggets of knowledge that you can start to apply today, please give it a like. It really helps this message reach more people. And I really want people to start to understand gut health and how it is, completely intertwined with your weight loss. And if you want more gut first weight loss guidance, go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm just going to keep focusing on healing the body so that weight loss becomes easier and not harder for you. You don't need to fight your body. Your body is, wanting to work alongside with you. But sometimes we just don't know what to do, and that's okay. And that's why we come here and we meet for 10 minutes every day and we learn what to take away and how to apply it to our day. And as always, like I like to share at the end of all of these videos, I am just going to share a Bible verse devotional. I hope that you can tuck it away and take it with you as well. Again, I'm not pushing anything on anybody. I just want to be able to show up here authentically as myself. And my faith is so important to me. So again, it's just quick and easy. And it's just something that really speaks to my heart. And I incorporate it into my daily routine. And I encourage you to do so as well if it's something that you're wanting to do. So these things I have spoken to you, that my joy may remain in you, and that your joy may be full. And this is John 5:11 from the NKJV Bible. And with that being said, thank you so much. I know your time is so precious. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope to see you tomorrow. And I hope that you take the information that we went over today, meditate on it, and remember to do the high protein action step and start to create all these micro habits. And I will see you tomorrow.